Did you know that some of the world's greatest architectural wonders are actually cathedrals? These magnificent structures aren't just a place of worship, they tell stories of cultures and eras. From the gigantic stained windows of Chartres Cathedral to the breathtaking view of St. Peter's Basilica, these cathedrals are living proof of man's architectural creativity. So join us as we take you on a tour through the 12 most impressive cathedrals in the world. Number 12, Chartres Cathedral. Let's begin with the magnificent Chartres Cathedral, widely regarded as one of Europe's most beautiful and historically significant cathedrals. Located in the heart of France in the ancient city of Chartres, this Gothic-style building has been a sacred travel destination since the 12th century. It is recorded that at least 5 cathedrals have stood on this site, each replacing an earlier building damaged by war or fire. But the cathedral we see today was primarily built in the 12th and 13th centuries. With a ground area of 117,006 square feet, this cathedral is nothing short of impressive. The first thing that will definitely capture your attention is the cathedral's 2 gigantic towers. These towers are known as the Southwest Tower and Northwest Tower. The Southwest Tower stands at 344 feet, while the Northwest Tower measures approximately 361 feet. This was determined by the shape and size of the 11th century Romanesque cathedral, whose crypt and vestiges are underneath it. After several wars and destruction, the Chartres Cathedral underwent a new construction that required higher walls and windows. So the flying buttress was introduced, which helped support the upper walls. This was the first known use in the Gothic cathedral. These heavy columns of stone were joined to the walls by double stone arches and reinforced by columns. What's sure to capture your interest are the 3 portals which serve as the entrance to the church. These portals are richly decorated with sculptures that bring biblical stories and theological ideas to life. Each of the 3 portals on the west facade represents different aspects of Christ's role in the world. The western facade, also known as the Royal Portal, is particularly famous for its detailed carvings of Old Testament kings and queens, acting as a reminder of the connection between the church and the monarchy. Among the other various statues that can be seen around the walls of the cathedral are statues of angels and monsters, as they hold biblical meaning. Inside the cathedral is equally impressive, with its 18th century high altars, over 6 meters tall choir wall, and grand organ. In fact, the grand organ of the Chartres has been strategically placed close to the choir to give it the best sound quality. Apart from this, the floor plan of the Chartres is quite remarkable. From a bird's eye view, the floor plan is in the shape of a cross, which reflects the Christian faith. Besides its stunning architecture, the Chartres Cathedral is also home to Sancta Camisa, or Mary's tunic. This old relic is believed to be the tunic worn by Mary at the time of Christ's birth. We definitely can't leave out the stained glass windows, which is one of the distinctive features of Chartres Cathedral, both for its quantity and quality. There are over 170 windows, making it one of the largest and best preserved collections of medieval stained glass in the world. Number 11, St. Peter's Cathedral. Among the greatest cathedrals ever built, St. Peter's Basilica holds its place as one of the largest and most significant, not just because of its beauty, but also because it houses the remains of Christ's most important disciple, St. Peter. This cathedral, better known as the St. Peter's Basilica, is located in Vatican City, Italy. Its construction began on April 18, 1506, and came to completion in 1615, making it a true Italian Renaissance architecture. But what really makes St. Peter's stand out from other cathedrals is its huge, majestic dome. This dome rises directly above the high altar, which covers St. Peter's tomb. It is widely regarded as the greatest building of its age, and also holds the world title of being the largest church by interior space. As the revered church of the popes, the Basilica welcomes tens of thousands of Catholics from around the world. When it comes to the interior of this remarkable building, only the best features can be seen. The entire interior of St. Peter is lavishly decorated with marble, reliefs, architectural sculpture, and gilding. One of the various structures that can be found inside the cathedral is the baldacchino, a pavilion-like structure that is 28.74 meters tall. This impressive structure is claimed to be the largest piece of bronze in the world, which stands beneath the dome and above the altar. Apart from this, the Cathedra Petri, or Throne of St. Peter, is also another interesting structure that can be found within these sacred walls. Many people believe that this chair was actually used by St. Peter himself. However, the chair we see today dates back to the 12th century. This throne was created by Bernini under the instructions of Pope Alexander VII, who wanted to preserve this important relic, and Bernini did an outstanding job. On the east side of the basilica is the Piazza di San Pietro, also known as St. Peter's Square. This has to be what really makes this cathedral impressive. With a tall Egyptian obelisk at its center and two large fountains, the cathedral is an architectural wonder. Let's not forget the amazing artwork that can be found here, with statues of various shapes and sizes made by world-renowned artists. Even Michelangelo's many artworks can be found here. Number 10. St. Basils Cathedrals. The storied history of St. Basils Cathedral is quite fascinating. Built between 1555 and 1561 by Ivan the Terrible, this great architecture is one of the most popular cultural symbols of Moscow, Russia. Located in the Red Square, it was seen as the earthly symbol of the heavenly city during the 16th and 17th centuries. The beauty of this magnificent structure cannot be overemphasized. The 9 domes that make up the cathedral represent different churches and are shaped like a flame rising into the sky. Each dome is topped with a golden cross and colorful, onion-shaped decorations. They're beautifully decorated with intricate designs, tiles, and traditional Russian patterns. This beautiful architectural wonder wasn't influenced by Russian design, but rather draws its inspiration from the architectural design found in Jerusalem. When seen from the top, the 8 domes surrounding the 9th dome in a circular fashion appear to form a star. Among its other notable features, the cathedral design stands out for its asymmetry. Unlike many other churches and cathedrals, St. Basil does not have a unified facade. Instead, each side of the cathedral presents a different view with unique domes and decorations. Inside the cathedral, there are several intricate artworks that depict stories of the Bible. Today, the cathedral is mainly used as a museum rather than a place of worship. This change occurred in 1929, after the Bolshevik Revolution, when the cathedral was taken away from the control of the church. As a result, the cathedral now belongs to the state. However, it still hosts occasional religious services, especially on the feast day of the Intercession. Number 9. St. Patrick Cathedral. Known as the largest Roman Catholic cathedral in the United States, St. Patrick Cathedral is a perfect example of Gothic Revival architecture, making it quite impressive. This beautiful cathedral is located in the bustling streets of Manhattan, New York. Its striking design includes pointed arches, ribbed vaults, and flying buttresses. Initially constructed between 1858 and 1879, the exterior of St. Patrick's Cathedral is built from white marble, giving it a striking appearance against the backdrop of Manhattan's modern skyscrapers. In addition to its stunning backdrop, the cathedral is home to dozens of stained glass windows, totaling 103. These large stained glass windows fill the interior with colored lights, adding to the spiritual atmosphere. The main entrance of St. Patrick Cathedral on Fifth Avenue is marked by beautiful bronze doors. On either side of these doors stand 2 tall towers that are over 320 feet into the air. But what makes this tower truly special? Well, take the Northern Tower, for example. This tall structure is home to 19 bells, and its interior has 2 pipe organs, which were both manufactured by George Kilgan and Son. Also, at the top of these towers are spires measured to be 140 feet high. Each spire has 2 tiers that come with elaborate colding and tracery. The upper tier of each tower had a foliate finial above it. The interior of this cathedral is equally stunning. With over 300 wooden pews, it has the capacity to accommodate 14,000 seated guests, or 19,000 in total. The nave of this extraordinary cathedral is home to 14 chapels. Each of these chapels is dedicated to different saints or events in the life of Christ. Number 8. Duomo de Milano Cathedral. Duomo de Milano, or the Milan Cathedral, is one of the most breathtaking and iconic churches in the world. Being the fifth largest cathedral in the world, the Duomo showcases Milan's artistic, cultural, and religious significance. What's surprising to know is that this cathedral took nearly 6 centuries to complete, with construction beginning in 1386 and the final details being completed in 1965. During its construction, it took a team of around 90 architects and engineers to have this stunning cathedral complete. The cathedral's roof is truly amazing. It's covered in 135 beautiful spires that reach towards the sky, each topped with a statue, including the cathedral's most famous statue, the Madonnina. This beautiful statue is perched on the highest spire of the cathedral, and it represents the heart and soul of the city. The 4.16-meter-tall statue is made of copper plates, giving it a glorious look. The interior of the cathedral is equally breathtaking. The cathedral's broad naves, lined with 52 massive pillars representing the weeks of the year, can accommodate up to 40,000 worshippers. The interior of the cathedral also includes numerous monuments and artworks. At the left of the altar is one of the most famous statues in the cathedral, St. Bartholomew, which shows the saint carrying his own flayed skin thrown over his shoulders like a stole. This artwork was created by Marco de Great in 1562. Meanwhile, in the left aisle, another captivate masterpiece awaits. Here, stunning red marble statues of the apostles, crafted in the traditional Romanesque style, can be seen. Beyond its breathtaking sculptures, the grand organ of the Duomo is among the other things that make the cathedral stand out. It is the largest in Italy and firmly maintains its second place in Europe. Additionally, the ornate glass windows are quite remarkable with their huge height, casting light into the cathedral. As you can see, the building's several artworks are quite beautiful thanks to the contribution of some of the most famous artists of the time, including Leonardo da Vinci. Every detail, from its intricate carvings to its stunning frescoes, brings biblical stories to life. Number 7. Burgos Cathedral. In the historic city of Burgos, Spain, stands the Cathedral of St. Mary of Burgos. This amazing building took approximately 200 years to build, with its construction beginning in the 13th century. The floor plan of this cathedral was designed to have a cross-like shape. However, this design would be quite difficult to notice because of its 15 chapels that have been positioned at various angles. The main facade and doorway of Santa Maria consist of 3 pointed arches. The central portal, known as the Royal Door, or the Door of Forgiveness, has a striking appearance. Upon entering this great cathedral, one can be drawn to its towering vaults, ribbed cages, and stunning stained glass windows that cast light into the chapel. Among the various features of this cathedral, the golden staircase has to be the most beautiful. Also known as the Escalera, this staircase was designed in 1519 and is located in the north transept. It is the most iconic feature of Burgos Cathedral. Its elegant curves and carvings reflect its transition from Gothic to Renaissance style. The exterior of Burgos Cathedral is the most impressive among all the Spanish cathedrals that we've seen. It dominates the old town with its massive size and looming spires. These twin spires, which crown the west facade, are among the striking features of the cathedral, rising to 275 feet. These spires are adorned with open workstone, giving them a delicate lace-like appearance. They are a signature element of Burgos Cathedral and were completed in the 15th century. Number 6. Ciel Cathedral. With its high vaults and beautiful stone carving, the Ciel Cathedral, or St. Mary of the Sea, is among the world's largest and most breathtaking Gothic cathedrals. What makes this church truly unique is the historical significance it holds. Believe it or not, this 15th century masterpiece was once a mosque. Located in Seville, Andalusia, Spain, this cathedral is not only one of the largest churches globally, but also the largest Gothic church in the world. The huge size of this cathedral is quite impressive, boasting a total area of 11,520 square meters. From a very far distance, the Giralda, which is the bell tower of the cathedral, can be seen. It has a height of 343 feet and a square base of 23 feet above sea level. The massive layout of this cathedral is quite impressive. It is built so large that it has a capacity to house a total of 80 chapels that are filled with stunning artworks and spiritual significance. These chapels are connected by 15 majestic doors that can be found across the 4 facades. While all 15 doors add to the cathedral's architectural beauty, only 10 of these doors are accessible to the public. One of these accessible doors, which is located in the west facade, has a well-detailed sculpture that depicts the baptism of Jesus, which earns it its name, the Door of Baptism. It is of Gothic style with a pointed archivolt decorated with tracery. On the east facade, we have the Door of the Bells, which shows sculptures of prophets and angels. Another intricate detail of the Seville Cathedral is the nave. Measuring an astonishing 138 feet high, it's considered the longest nave in the world. Within this expansive space, the most noticeable features are the great box-like choir loft. This grand box-like structure fills the central portion of the nave. Yet, as beautiful as this choir loft is, its beauty is overshadowed by the crown jewel of the Seville Cathedral, which is its silver and gold altar. Known as the Retablo Mayor, this golden altar is the largest altarpiece in the world. These altarpieces consist of 36 gilded relief panels depicting scenes from the Old Testament and the lives of saints. Beyond its beauty, the cathedral's huge sisal was done to show off the immense wealth and political power of the Sevillian Empire during its time. Number 5. Cologne Cathedral, Germany. For centuries, Cologne Cathedral has been Germany's most popular tourist attraction, and it has a good reason why. As the largest Gothic church in Northern Europe, its 515 feet twin towers are nothing short of impressive. This makes it the second tallest church in Europe, just after Ulm Minster, and the third tallest church globally. The layout of Cologne Cathedral closely resembles that of Amiens Cathedral, especially in its architectural style and the proportion of the central nave's width to its height. The overall design is shaped like a Latin cross. It includes 2 aisles on either side that support one of the highest Gothic vaults in existence. On the outside, the pressure from the vault is balanced by beautiful flying buttresses, styled in the French tradition. Inside the cathedral is equally impressive with its high altar, which was built in 1322. It's made of black marble, topped with a solid slab that's 15 feet long. The front and sides are decorated with white marble niches that hold figures, with the coronation of the Virgin positioned at its center. Additionally, the artistic treasures found in Cologne Cathedral are numerous and diverse. Close to the high altar stands the impressive gold shrine of the 3 Kings, renowned as the cathedral's most famous piece of art. This remarkable shrine holds the relics of the 3 wise men who came to visit Jesus. Number 4. Canterbury Cathedral. When talking about one of the oldest cathedrals in Britain, Canterbury Cathedral comes to mind. Located in the southeastern part of England in the historic city of Kent, this remarkable cathedral has roots that stretch all the way back to the year 597. This makes it significantly older than many other cathedrals we've explored. With an impressive length of 525 feet, Canterbury Cathedral showcases stunning Gothic architecture, featuring rib vaults, flying buttresses, and pointed arches that define its majestic style. Inside, visitors can admire beautiful stained glass windows, some of which have survived since the 12th century, adding to the cathedral's charm. Other notable attractions include the northwest transept, where Archbishop Thomas Becket was murdered, the crypt where King Henry II did penance for that act, and the tomb of Edward the Black Prince. The interior is filled with breathtaking displays of medieval design, stained glass, and furnishings, all of which reflect the cathedral's artistic heritage. Unfortunately, this stunning masterpiece is currently facing challenges, as much of the stonework is damaged and crumbling, the roofs are leaking, and many stained glass pieces are severely corroded. As a result, ongoing renovations will be necessary to preserve this historic treasure for future generations. Number 3. Reims Cathedral, France. In the French city of Reims, one structure stands out as truly extraordinary. This is Notre Dame de Reims, which can be translated to Our Lady of Reims. This beautiful cathedral is dedicated to the Virgin Mary and has a rich history because it is the traditional site for the coronation of French kings. It's widely recognized as one of the most significant examples of Gothic architecture, attracting around 1 million visitors each year. One of the cathedral's most distinctive features, setting it apart from other high Gothic cathedrals, is the stunning wall of sculptures located on the inside of the west facade. Although some of the statues, especially those around the doors, were severely damaged by fire during the bombardment of 1914, the wall has undergone extensive restoration, allowing its beauty to shine once again. Many of the sculptures give biblical narratives depicted on the west facade, including scenes from the Apocalypse, while others present unique themes found only within the cathedral's interior. The nave, which is the central section of the church, runs from the west end to the transept. This expansive area takes up nearly half the length of the cathedral, showcasing an exceptional sense of length and stylistic unity. Its impressive height is achieved through groundbreaking architectural techniques, including a 4-part rib vault, which is supported by flying buttresses on the outside. The transept houses the main altar, crafted from exquisite French and Italian griotte, or red marble. An intriguing aspect of the transept is the chapel on the south side, which features a beautiful Gallo-Roman mosaic that adds to the cathedral's historical depth. Additionally, the stained glass windows are nothing short of breathtaking, showcasing intricate designs and vibrant colors. Among these are several rose windows, and others gives an impressive illustration of bishops, each telling a story of its own. This cathedral is steeped in history, being the site of 25 coronations of French kings. Its architectural innovations, especially the use of bar tracery, set it apart as a masterpiece of its time. Number 2. St. Stephan Vienna, Austria. Dominating the city's skyline, St. Stephen's Cathedral is the most important religious building in Vienna. This glorious cathedral has borne witness to many important events in Habsburg and Austrian history. Its stunning multicolored tile roof has made it one of the city's most recognizable landmarks, instantly drawing the eye of anyone who visits. The cathedral boasts 256 stairs that visitors can climb, leading them to breathtaking views of the city from the top. Towering at an impressive height of 136 meters, or 446 feet, the cathedral's south tower stands as the highest point in Vienna. Known to the locals as Steffel, the construction of this architectural marvel took an incredible 65 years to build. The construction began in 1368 and ended in 1433, and for many centuries, it held the title of the tallest building in the region. One of its most striking attributes is its beautifully patterned roof, which measures 111 meters long and is adorned with around 230,000 glazed tiles that create a dazzling effect in the sunlight. Inside, the cathedral houses a total of 22 bells, the largest of which is named for St. Mary, but is commonly referred to as Pummerin or Boomer and hangs in the north tower. The interior of the cathedral is just as captivating. It has 18 altars in the main area alone, including the notable high altar and the Wiener Neustadt altar. Visitors can admire the intricate stone pulpit, a masterpiece of late Gothic sculpture, which adds to the cathedral's artistic significance. Beyond the altars, the cathedral also has several treasures. They include relics that are embellished with gold and precious stones, beautifully crafted monstrances, and a collection of liturgical texts and vestments that shows the rich religious heritage of the site. With its historical significance and stunning architecture, St. Stephen's Cathedral remains a must-see destination for anyone exploring Vienna. Number 1. Cattedrale di Santa Maria. In the heart of Florence, Italy, lies the most remarkable building ever. This is the Cattedrale di Santa Maria del Fiore, which is commonly known as the Duomo. This stunning cathedral began its construction on September 9, 1296, and took over a century to complete, finishing in 1436. The exterior of this cathedral is quite impressive because it's decorated with beautiful marble in shades of green, red, and white. The beauty of these marbles is so detailed because they're arranged in geometric patterns and stylized flowers. By the sides of this beautiful structure are 4 elegant mullioned windows, 8 circular windows, and 4 grand portals, which are adorned with sculptures, including several notable statues by Donatello. One of the most striking aspects of the cathedral is its dome, which measures 150 feet in diameter and reaches a height of 375 feet in height. You should know that the dome was once the largest in the world, yet it still remains the biggest brick dome ever built. The interior of the dome may look quite mundane compared to its exterior, but it holds several amazing features. Just like the previous cathedrals we've seen, the Florence Cathedral also has a floor plan shaped like a Latin cross. But this is not one of its notable features, because that title should be given to the beautiful artwork of the fresco of the Last Judgment that adorns the center of the dome. This enormous work of art depicts scenes of heaven and hell with vivid details and dramatic scenes. In addition to its other impressive features, the dome boasts 44 magnificent stained glass windows. This collection is the largest of its kind in Italy from the 14th and 15th centuries. Each window shows interesting details carved into the glass. The windows in the aisles and in the transept, for example, depict saints from the Old and the New Testament, while the circular windows in the drum of the dome or above the entrance give an impressive illustration of Christ and Mary. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video.